Hello, 12345 543.
Whoops, forgot something. Good morning and thank you for joining us on After GMS. I'm Tracy McCain in the studio. Ed Matthews is in the weather garden. Taran Kirksey working from home. I appreciate working with you guys, holding it down with me while the other two ladies are on vacation.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Yeah, we are. Vacation sounds better at this time, but it is a hot forecast. And Taran, I mean, what is this, day 10? 11?
We're up to 8, I believe.
Yes.
We're going to make it 9 today,
Wow.
and we'll probably be up to right around 15 if we the forecast holds steady here as we go on in this week. About the stretch of 90 degree temperatures. Well, we're looking at more of the same for the next 7 days. There you go. Heat, humidity, and the chance of a few pop-up showers and storms. Mainly dry for today. Tomorrow, better chance of an isolated thunderstorm, and then we're looking at a better chance of scattered showers and storms popping up Friday and Saturday. No particular day is looking like a washout at this point, but you know how it is during the summertime. If you do have outdoor plans during the afternoon, just keep an eye to the sky. Otherwise, stay hydrated because it will be hot. That's a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, I would love some rain right about now. The yard is super crunchy. Like gross crunchy. All right, so the big story today, the answer to the question that parents, students, teachers, staff, everybody's been wondering across the state, will schools reopen? The answer, in short, yes, but not the way you're used to. Governor Roy Cooper announced local districts will be able to decide between Plan B and Plan C. So this morning, we want to know what you think. Which plan do you think schools will choose as they have to get those into the governor's office by Monday? Let us know your comments while you're typing. I'm going to give you a little bit of a difference between the options Plan B and Plan C. So Governor Roy Cooper recommends Plan B. It is a combination of in-person and remote learning when school starts up August 17th. School districts will also have the option to choose Plan C, which is all remote learning. The schools have until Monday to make that final decision. So 2 plans to choose from. Guys, we'll start with you before we look at comments from our Facebook crew. What do you think? Plan B, Plan C? Taran?
I mean, listen, all of the options are going to be different, you know, other than just opening things all the way up. But I'm not surprised. If you look at the way that things have gone in other states that have had to make these decisions as well, many states have gone with kind of a combination, giving parents the option to decide whether or not they are comfortable sending their kids to school or whether or not they have to send them like physically to school, and giving the local school districts some autonomy as far as what specific steps they're going to take to maybe do a combination of the two. So definitely strange times, but we'll see how things shake out. As Ed has said, and you made a very good point. You know, you can make all the plans that you want, but you're not going to necessarily know how things are going to work out until you get to day one and you see, okay, we need to kind of tweak a few things.
Isn't that the truth? You can put all the plans in place and who knows, right? All right, Ed Matthews, that brings us to you. You had mentioned, you know, all online yesterday, and we know the governor has decided to let districts decide, which is key here.
I think that's a smart move on his part. allow the local school districts to make their own decisions. Take, for example, as you have been reporting this morning, Tracy, Guilford County school system is going to allow parents to weigh in, and I think they can go on their website and leave their comments on what they would like to do in the school year, and that is so vital and so important to get the input of the parents of the school children. I think the governor did about the best he could have done yesterday by going with Plan B, but if some of the school districts decide to do just e-learning, maybe for the first several months, and we kind of see how things go, I think that's a smart move as well. So he has left the door open for the local districts to make the final decision, and that's great.
Yeah, and these districts all have a variety of options on the table. We've heard from Alamance Burlington that says they're going to do an AB school day. We've heard from Randolph and Rockingham counties that have plans kind of on the table that say they're going to let boards choose over the next few days. So a lot of different options. Getting to some of the comments here, Leslie says Plan C, which is the all online learning, should have been the way to go. Crystal Atkins Penix is a teacher. She says GCS is proposing to go with Plan C for the first 5 weeks and ease into Plan Bs. As a teacher, I'm good with it. Yeah, Crystal, you're absolutely right. I heard Dr. Contreras say yesterday that at least for the first 5 weeks that she would like to see all online learning, and then bring the kids K through 5 back in gradually, and then bring the other grades back in gradually after that. So it could be like November before you would see like high school students in class. And this is, you know, something that again hasn't been fully decided on, but that's definitely a plan that could work. Reba says Plan C. Luana agrees Plan C. Jarrell, whose birthday it is today, happy birthday, says Plan B, which is the combination of online and in-person plans. Kim agrees with Plan B. And then Angela said that she prayed that ABSS would choose Plan C. So we'll see where they go with that. Gisela, excuse me for the mispronunciation of your name. She says, children need to go back to school. Not all parents are able to teach. Plan B. And then Lucinda says, is GCS going to pay me? I think she's a parent who wants to know if GCS, because she'd be ultimately teaching or helping to teach her kid online, right? It's cute. Let's see, Tony says Plan A, which is on the other side of the spectrum, something that the governor had not considered, which was all in-person, regular school with maybe some advanced restrictions, but that is not the option that he decided to go with. So you guys are definitely weighing in. Nadine offers a good perspective here. She says, I work every day, I'm a single mom. How am I going to do Plan B or Plan C? And those are real considerations for people who do not have an option of staying at home, especially if you have young children. If you have a kindergartner or a first, second, or third grader, you cannot legally leave them home alone. So you have to, there has to be a plan, you know? So I understand. I totally understand. Does anybody else want to add anything before we go on to our headlines?
Well, I'm going to be optimistic and say, folks, hang in there and be patient. I believe we're going to get through all this. I know it just seems like an endless dark tunnel, but first of all, we're going to get through the virus. We're going to get through the school session. We've got some good people in our school system that are working to make decisions. We'll start school and work out the kinks and move forward. We're America, right? We can do it. If other countries can do it, we can too.
Oh yeah, you know, it's that American spirit. Just doesn't die, does it? All right, Tran, did you want to add anything?
No, I think Ed said it all.
Yeah.
I definitely agree 100%.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead with our morning headlines. Great conversation going on online as well. All right, so in case you missed it, in addition to announcing the plan for schools this year, Governor Roy Cooper also announced he is extending Phase 2 for another 3 weeks. The current phase was set to expire this Friday. Phase 2 and the included mask order is now extended until August 7th. Well, today, Cone Health is partnering with Mount Zion Church for free testing from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You don't need an appointment for this testing location. This Friday, StarMed Healthcare is testing at Christ Cathedral of the Triad in Greensboro. The free drive-through testing is from 4 to 7 p.m. You do need to schedule a virtual visit before getting your test. In this case, go to starmed.care to fill out the form. You can also get tested at the Moorhead Recreation Center today and Friday in High Point. Testing is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call to schedule your appointment first, or you can walk in. Either way, you have to wear a mask. Greensboro police are looking for an early morning shooting suspect after responding to a car crash. Officers say it happened around 4:30 Tuesday morning on Euclid Street. When police arrived, they found a man who was shot and rushed him to a nearby hospital. Police are investigating. Graham police are looking for two suspects who shot a 15-year-old. Investigators say the teenager was shot while sitting in the passenger seat of a car near East Hill Street Monday night. The teenager was rushed to the hospital and is in critical condition. In your national news, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is back in the hospital. The 87-year-old justice was admitted to Baltimore's Johns Hopkins Hospital Monday after experiencing a fever. A statement from the court said she is doing better, but will stay in the hospital for the next several days. You might remember Justice Ginsburg was hospitalized for a night in May due to an infection caused by a gallstone. The Trump administration says it will rescind the rule preventing international students from taking online classes in the fall. Multiple states filed lawsuits to challenge the rule. Harvard and MIT had a court hearing yesterday. At that time, ICE announced the White House's decision just as the hearing got underway. International students will be able to take online classes if their school takes a remote learning approach in the fall without risk of being deported. All right, well, today is tax day as I back up from the camera. I know it's all me. Today is tax day, 3 months later than usual due to COVID-19. Our Candace Red is helping you make the filing process easy.
Every year during tax season, the big question is, when will I get a refund? Well, here's your answer. The fastest way to receive a refund is to file electronically and use direct deposit. The IRS issues 9 out of 10 tax refunds in 21 days or less. If you file a paper tax return this year, you might experience a delayed refund due to limited staffing. If you can't file your taxes today, you can apply for an extension until October 15th. The extension, however, is not an extension to pay any taxes due. Andy Phillips is the director of the Tax Institute at H&R Block, and he says you should pay what you can by today's deadline to avoid penalties and interest if you owe taxes.
The penalty for failing to file on time can be up to 10 times the penalty for just failing to pay. So even if you're not ready to pay, you still want to at least request an extension. If you're looking for options to pay your balance due, first, the IRS has a variety of options. They can do shorter and longer term installment agreements.
By the way, the IRS is also encouraging taxpayers, if they can, to file electronically. It'll help reduce any sort of common mistakes. But for more details on this, all you have to do is visit our website. That's WFMYnews2.com.
All right, hopefully you guys have your taxes filed.
Oh my goodness, I did mine back in February because as a general rule, I get a little bit of a refund, enough to buy a nice cheeseburger and a drink. You know, this year I had to pay a whopping grand total, state and federal, $27.
Oh, gosh.
There you go. It's
Wow.
all good.
I want your taxes. Taran, taxes filed. You all set for the season?
Oh yeah, you know, I try to estimate them myself like in December, January, and then I have them done by the end of January. Middle of February is like the latest that I try to get them filed. I like to get stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
That's just how I roll.
Did you say January?
Yeah, like
wow.
you know, you can just like add up, you look at your pay stub, the last pay stub of the year, and kind of estimate, you know, okay, this is how much I've made, this is how much I've put in, this is my tax rate, and then just go through and like, I'm a
It's
nerd.
okay. I'm gonna give you my pay stubs and my taxes so that you can do that, because literally
Can I
that
add
is not
something
me.
here?
I would love that, Ed Matthews.
Taran is he would probably not agree with me on this, but I think he is a very, very organized young man. He's a doer. He gets it done and gets it out of the way. I love that because I'm the same way. Let's get her done. Get her done.
He's basically saying he loves himself. Got it. All right. Well, guys, today is the deadline. However, there are some free services available on the IRS's website that you can do. And also, like the United Way has the free program, oh, gee, I just forgot the name of it, but they have a free program that you can call, and hopefully they can get you taken care of as well. Today, July 15th, let's get it done. All right, let's get the forecast done, Ed Matthews.
All right, let's do it. More 90-degree heat. Got the days stacked up. Today will be number 9 if you're keeping score of 90-degree weather in the Piedmont. And, you know, day 10, day 11, day 12. You get the point. We got low 90s across the board. Mainly dry today. There could be a pop-up shower or storm. But for those of you looking for a few raindrops, well, at least a little increased chance of showers and storms tomorrow, and then especially on Friday and Saturday, upwards of a 40 to 50% chance. Got a little cold front that's probably not going to go through the area, but it's going to get close enough to kind of be a little extra trigger. So if you need some rain in your backyard, hope you get it. And then by Sunday and early next week, we get back to the kind of isolated garden variety thunderstorms.
Garden variety
There you go.
I love it. I'll take any variety except for the dangerous kind.
Yes, true.
All right, thanks so much for joining us here on After GMS. Some great conversations, and you know, we'll pick back up tomorrow as we learn a little bit more about what school districts are going to decide. And right now it's still kind of up in the air, so hopefully we'll have some narrowed approaches by tomorrow. We'll talk about them here on After GMS. Everybody take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next time.